Hiya, so I'm just at work at the moment, bit windswept. It was a bit of a mission this morning to get everything done on time. So, but the kids were in school on time, so that was all good. But I've got my almond milk for the day, so I will likely have to use some, well, not have to use, but I will likely choose to use some kind of sort of, what's it called, dried milk. So either that or have just some black decaffeinated coffee, but it's a little bit miserable, so might just choose to have a sin each time when I have a hot drink. I didn't bring any breakfast. I basically brought some fruit. I've got some bananas and some apples, but I didn't manage to make myself any kind of peanut butter and banana sandwich or anything like that. So I'll see how that goes with me. I've obviously brought my lunch and stuff, so I won't be starving. But I'll yeah, basically I've got half an hour now, so I'm just going to do my kind of what's it called, like my management course homework, and just eat some food and then start the day. See you in a bit. Hiya, so I've had earlier for my lunch I had chilli with rice and hummus, all sin free, no extra sins. I had a decaffeinated coffee with a sin of powdered milk because I forgot to take my almond milk with me. So and then I'm also just having a satsuma. Hiya, so it's hot. It's just coming up to 5:30. I'm just about to put some veg on for the pasta, and the kiddies need to be in bed by, they need to be up at the bath by 6 o'clock. I'm going to go to Slimming World tonight for my weigh-in. I've weighed myself upstairs in preparation for the leap in how much it will be up by, because obviously it's going to weigh more. I'm going to weigh more from my cupboard's open. Weigh more from my evening one than when I go to the morning one. So last time when I weighed in my morning group, I was on my book. Quite sure I'll put my book now. Find it before I go, really. I was 9 stone. No. Why are you shouting at him? What is happening?
No, Benjamin's the one that's shouting.
Okay. I'm just fighting over a satsuma. Stealing off each other's plates. So, my issue is that, so I think last time I weighed in, now I'm panicked because I don't know where my book is. Last time I weighed in, I think I was 10 stone 9, so I had 2 pounds to target. I know that I just weighed myself as if I was about to wear, you know, with my clothes on and my shoes off, and I was 10 stone 11. So I am aware that I'm about to be 2 pounds heavier. Possibly, it could be a pound, could be 3 pounds, depending on the scales there, sort of thing, than I was last time. So I feel like it's a little bit of me feels like it's going to be a setback, and I'm a bit like, why don't I just wait till I was at the lower end of my target before I moved the groups? Why don't I just wait until I could have just weighed in on Monday and then I could have been under? But the point of this thing is it's the long term thing, and I needed to change groups realistically to have a bit more time to myself in the evenings. But my problem is now I'm quite hungry. And do I eat my chilli now? It's 5:30. yes, so I'm caught now between, do I eat something, do I eat this chili now? It's also 5:30, so I've got to really be cooking food really. So I don't really have time to eat, not really. So, and I could have this later when I get back. I could have some chili and that, and I could sit down and relax and have it when I get home. But it will be about 9 o'clock. So if I don't, I'm going to be now 5:30 till 9 o'clock. I'm going to get hungry. So, and I don't know whether I'm just going to, whether fruit's going to do it, if you know what I mean. So I might have a sausage. Some cheese and crackers. Yeah, I might have a sausage. I think I've got some Sainsbury's own brand meat-free sausages to sort of like, because there's a bit of me like, oh, it mustn't eat any more because then I'll weigh even more. But the point of the action is I'm going to have to pay anyway this time. I can't go for free because obviously I'm out of Target, so I'm going to have to pay. So it's not, it's a, you know, it's just going to be one of them things really. But I feel a little bit scared by it really, so I'm kind of just being aware of my feelings, so I don't end up sort of comfort eating as it were. But I think I made my decision. I'm running out of time to sit down and properly eat, so I'm going to save this for later. I'm going to find a sausage. I'll just see if I've got a sausage in here. I've got some meat-free Cumberland style sausages. These are 2 sins each. I've had today what I had. I don't think I've had any sins this morning because I had my fruit. I haven't had any sins, any healthy extras. So yeah, I'll probably have a couple of these sausages. I'm just going to microwave and have a quick snack, I think, because I really ought to crack on with dinner so I'd get those kiddies into bath on time. Aware I've had no healthy extras either today. No healthy extra. Oh no, I had sin because I had my milk in my coffee. So I don't know if I have healthy extra B. I'll probably have some. I might have some nuts a bit later after my tea. So okay, I'm a bit stressed out now. Okay, I'm gonna go and cook these sausages and make some tea and try and calm down about the fact that I'll weigh heavier this evening. I'll see you in a bit. Obviously I'll hop on after and let you know how it went. Oh yeah, so I've had 2 sausages, which are 2 sins, some gherkins. I've managed to avoid cheese and crackers, and I've had like a handful of this popcorn, which is Metcalfe's skinny popcorn, 3.5 sins per pack, so probably say 2 sins to be on the safe side. I don't think I've eaten that much of it, but it's just always a good idea to err on the safe side. So that's 5 sins so far today, and I feel like I'm over the other side of my worries and fears. So I don't know how I'm going to put myself in a routine for. I'll just eat as normally as I eat, which is I took myself up so I'm not ravenous before the kids go to bed really, so I've got enough energy to do their story time. I don't tend to overeat, so I'm not like sluggish, so I only ever have like a little snack. But I'm just gonna have a banana and then I think I'm there. no, yeah, a banana, and then it won't be long before the alarm go off for bath time, and I'll go run a bath. So I'll come over the kind of tricky bit where I was worrying too much about it all. Just got to sort of forget about the numbers side of it now. Just go for the sort of long-termness of it. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Hello, so just got back from Slimming World. I actually only just put on £0.5, so that was good. So now I am at 10 stone 9.5. So I am £1. That means I've lost 12 stone. No, that means I've lost 2 stone 13 pounds in total from my starting weight. And that's my chilli cooking, and it is now beeping and finishing. So I want to lose £1 for next week, so that I can have 10 stone 8.5, which will give me my 3 stone award. So I'd quite like that. I think it would be a really good step to be in, and I'm really happy that I only put £0.5 on now. So yeah, I'll just see how next week takes me. I'm just literally eat the same stuff I eat. Occasionally I have 1.5 extra B a day, so occasionally I have 2, because I basically follow the green plan really right from the start. I haven't really done kind of extra easy, because obviously extra easy, it's not really I know you can do it on vegetarian, but it's just the same as the green plan. So I've been doing 2 healthy extra B's and A's mostly every day anyway, but nowadays I sometimes do 1, just depending on what happens in the day. I know I haven't had any today healthy extra B wise though, so I shall have some nuts after my chili, I reckon. But basically I've got this food in here. I have portioned out some chili from yesterday when I portioned out all it for lunch for the next day. I've got that here, and I've got some hummus left over from our lunch today. So I'm going to eat that, and I'm really grateful for it. I've got some broccoli, I think, as well under there, like some leftover broccoli. And as well, so I can show that successfully or not. Rice and chili. I'm just going to make sure it's cooked down in the centre. Sometimes it doesn't quite get done all the time, does it? It's quite watery, so I should imagine it'd be pretty hot. Yeah, so group went well. Just going to check. I think I could do a little bit more. I suppose it's. I think I find group frustrating because nobody really takes it seriously. Well, I say nobody takes it seriously. People don't seem to take it very seriously. They seem to kind of see it as an option to do it or not to do it, and I think I struggle in those scenarios. I don't know whether it's just because I'm quite obsessive and I'm quite an on or off person, but I think because I struggled so much with my weight and struggled so much with my food issues, I really can't see it as an option. I have to embrace every single bit of it, and I have to make it so that it works for me, because otherwise I won't. And my way I put on weight was because I was eating out of kind of bolster eating and relaxation eating, and I don't want to do that. I want to find other joys in my life. I don't want to. I know I'm probably pretty boring for that, but I don't want to engage with the tumble dry little top-ups. I don't want to engage with drinking alcohol. I don't want to engage with eating loads of chocolate. I don't want to engage with all of that. I just don't want any of that. I do want to engage with all of the bits where I'm spending time with my children. I do want to engage with the kind of making food that is delicious yet is on plan. I do want to engage with finding ways to eat delicious food that doesn't involve sugar. And I'm really enjoying living my life without eggs or dairy or cheese. Wherever I can, where I can choose. I mean, obviously today I've done a couple of bits of milk because I just really didn't fancy having decaffeinated coffee without milk. It's a little bit too depressing. So ideally I have my almond milk, but I forgot to take it to work, so I had like just a spoon of the dried milk we have there. And today at group I wasn't going to have a hot drink, so I didn't take my almond milk, but I decided that I did want a hot drink, so I just used some semi-skim milk that was there. So I'm okay with those choices on occasions. On the very rare occasions that I do those things, that's okay for me, but I'm not keen on having it every day. I'm certainly not keen on building it into my routine. So yeah, a little bit. It's just a little bit of a weird group. I think it's a good idea for me to go because I think it sort of helps me think properly about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But it's just so weird because everyone's sort of saying that that they need nice things occasionally. So it's like the deprivation thing. The consultant one's very good, and she says a lot about you think about what you can have, not what you can't have, and such. So she tries her best with it. But I think I don't say it's knocking me off path. I suppose it's making me think about why I'm choosing the way I'm choosing nowadays. And making me think about why I eat the way I eat, which is a good thing. Also, my partner's made me a decaffeinated coffee with almond milk when I've come back. So he's very kindly done that. And that's my hummus. My hummus is just chickpeas, microwaved garlic and lemon juice and a bit of salt, pepper and some paprika. So it's quite lemony. I put quite a lot of lemon in there. So I use lemon as a kind of a way of loosening it. So there's plenty of lemon in there. So it's got high lemon content. I popped a Lidl's as well afterwards. I feel a bit bad really because I've got PTA group. And online they were chatting about having to get some milk and biscuits for some event, and they were saying somebody else was going to do it, and I got back and they said they couldn't. I was like, I could have got some from Lidl's, but never mind, you can't do everything, can you? So I've got some nice bits from Lidl's. I've got some nectarines. They're $2.50, so they're a pretty good deal. Lidl's are selling at the moment musical instruments, which we run a music shop, so it's always a bit like, okay, just try to but they sell them, they're pretty cheap, so they're not, let's say they're not very high-end instruments. So often we get the thing where people bring them back, then either they bring them to us to try and fix them, because sometimes they're not perfect and they tend to break quite easily, or they bring them in to try and sell them in the new year. So sometimes it's quite good to go in and see how much they are, so that how much to offer people at the other end, and or whether it's worth buying it, in terms of sometimes there's sort of the cheaper stuff isn't worth buying in because there's no way you can sell it. But I've got some pears. Always keeping a lookout for the russet apples, but no russet apples there. I got some, I also decided, because I was getting lighter mayonnaise that I had got for ages, and I sort of got in the habit of getting it. I don't eat it anymore, as my children's one But it always tempts me because I'm thinking, oh, it's only a little bit, I could have some, but I've decided to just get them full fat mayonnaise instead now. So it sort of helps me a little bit more think, no, it's not something for me, if you know what I mean. It's very specifically for them and my partner. I've got some pears. Filled up my fruit bowl. Got some pears, I've got some Braeburn apples, and I've got some Royal Gala apples. I've got some grapes. And I've got a mango. And I've got a melon, like a honeydew melon. See that? How to show that properly. It's a melon. It's a honeydew melon. So yeah, there was some. It's nice to have a bit more fruit in the fruit bowl again. And I've got a white cabbage as well, just to try and experiment with sort of cabbage and lettuce as a sort of a really thinly sliced salad with maybe some carrots and kind of gherkins and bits and pieces, trying to experiment with my salad a little bit more and salad dressing and things. I'd never eat salad really, but I thought it might be a nice experiment because sometimes it's nice to have jacket potato, beans and salad. So I thought I'd try and be a bit more adventurous than that, because sometimes it's nice, and if I've run out of food to eat and I haven't made myself this little tub of thing, then sometimes it's really useful just to have jacket potato. You can, shove in the microwave, dump some beans on and have a quick salad that I made. So okay, I think give a calm down and wind down, and safe in the knowledge that I only put £1/2 on. See what happens next week. Alright guys, I'll do a little video bit if I have some nuts after my meal. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have my last food. The chilli was really nice, everything was really nice in that, but I'm just gonna have a healthy extra B of 5 walnut halves. So that'll end me on kind of 1 healthy extra B, a bit of a healthy extra A with my almond milk, and I can't remember exactly how many thins I'm on. I think I'm on 2 with my sausages, and another sort of 2 with my drinks that I've had, so probably on about 4, I would say, today. Alright, I'll eat this and piece it together and upload. Lots of love to everybody, and thanks so much for all your love and support. Really, really appreciate it. See you in a bit.